God's amazing promise. Abraham lived in Haran. "Abraham," God said, "I want you to leave Haran and go to another land." God didn't tell Abraham where that was. "Trust me," God said. "Do this," God said, "and your children will become a great nation." How? Abraham wondered. His wife Sarah was too old to have children. "Trust me," God said. "Go where I tell you," God said, "and you will have more descendants than there are stars in the sky. They will bless the whole world. Trust me." So Abraham trusted God. He took Sarah, his nephew Lot, and everything they owned. He went where God told him to go. He went to the land of Canaan. When he arrived, Abraham camped at Shechem. God appeared to him. "I will give this land to you and your children," God said. Abraham built an altar to God there. Abraham traveled around God's promised land. He was glad that he had trusted God. So he built another altar and gave thanks to God for all he had been promised. Abraham's big test. God promised Abraham a son, and from that son, many descendants, who would bless the whole world. But Abraham and his wife Sarah were too old to have children. 20 years went by. Still, Abraham trusted God's promise. When he was 100 and Sarah was 90, God reminded them of his promise. Sarah was going to have a baby. When their son was born, Sarah was so joyful that she laughed. "God has brought me laughter," she said. So they named their son Isaac, which means he laughs. When Isaac was a boy, God tested Abraham by telling him to take Isaac to Mount Moriah and kill him as a sacrifice to God. Abraham was confused, but still he trusted God. Isaac carried the wood, and Abraham held the knife and torch. Together they climbed the mountain. "Where is the lamb for the sacrifice?" asked Isaac. "God will provide it," Abraham replied. Abraham arranged the wood on an altar, tied up Isaac, and laid him on the wood. As he raised the knife to kill Isaac, an angel called his name. "Abraham!" "Don't hurt the boy," the angel cried. "God knows you trust his promise. Look, there in the bushes, a ram is caught by its horns. Sacrifice that instead." So Abraham sacrificed the ram instead of his son. He called the place "God will provide," because God provided the sacrifice. Just as God had said, his promise came true.